I'm so sorry. Hi, my name is Rai, also known as anyone, and I need to start over. So there's about a week left exactly until Christmas, and I really wanted to get a Christmas video out there, but I think I need to do that now, otherwise it won't get done. So yeah, I'm gonna spend today filming this video. It's all I'm gonna do in addition to streaming on twitch.tv/unanyone, which, by the way, if you didn't already know, I stream every Wednesday. But anyway, yeah, that's just what I'm gonna do today, because if I don't do it now, then I won't have time to do whatever. But anyway, hopefully you see this video on Christmas, preferably before Christmas, but we'll see. Also, happy holidays. If you've watched past the sneeze, leave me a thumbs up. I got this Woodland Christmas jumbo coloring and activity book, and I thought that I would try to make as many pages as I could cursed, because that's what I do. I'm not gonna do the whole book. I don't know if you can even turn all of the pages into something creepy, because some of them are like word search puzzles, I think. I don't know. It's an activity book. There's like mazes and stuff in here, I think. But yeah, I'm gonna just pick a few random pages, and this whole video is just me creepifying them. Kind of like what I did with one of my previous videos, where I took a page from a coloring book and turned it creepy. Hopefully this goes okay. And if it doesn't, you won't see this video. I need to get something out for Christmas. That is my goal. Will it be good? So first and foremost, I went through the book, and not gonna lie, there were a few activities in there that I was like, that looks kind of fun. So I did do a few connect the dots and other puzzles on stream. I was only planning on doing one connect the dot puzzle, but I realized that I apparently had forgotten how to count, so I messed that up, and so I did another one, and I messed up the second one. I miscounted again. I went from 15 to 17. It up. I still can't count. And so I did the third one, third time's a charm, and that one went well, thankfully. And I went on ahead and looked for art for this project. I ended up finding quite a few pages that I thought would be good for this challenge. I didn't end up doing all of the ones that I ripped out. I might do them on Patreon, which, by the way, the link is in the description for my Patreon, where you can receive extra perks, extra behind the scenes, might introduce physical perks in the coming year, and as a Patreon member, you get early access to these videos. But anyway, but for this video, I ended up just doing 3 because I thought that was a good number. I ended up choosing an elf, a reindeer, and a snowman. For the first one, we have the elf. Not gonna lie, I got to the page and quickly realized that it wasn't gonna be as easy as I thought it would be. I don't know, that's usually how I do most of these challenges, or I guess that's how I approach art. I just put the blank thing in front of me and wait a few moments, and usually inspiration strikes me. But for this one, I felt kind of challenged by it. I think mostly because a lot of the features that were already on this piece were kind of defined already. You know, it's an outfit, it's a whole outfit, so I was like, oh, what can I add to this? But eventually we got it. I ended up roughing up the little vest, and you'll see I tried adding horns, but they kind of get lost in there. I was aiming for like some kind of protrusion out of the elf's body, but it kind of gets lost in the line work. But I do go on and add some more texture. That's something that I do with all of these. I think that's really what I had the most fun doing, in addition to, you know, coming up with other features, other additions to these to turn them into creepy creatures. So yeah, this one took me quite a while to figure out. I end up extending the fingers a bit to kind of look like claws, and I thought the mouth was kind of boring, so I ended up adding a really long, gross tongue. And I thought that the hat needed more detail as well, and I thought to add horns there, which I was really pleased with. And I thought there was a lot of empty space, but I wasn't sure what to add. But ultimately, I ended up deciding on adding a really long tail. So I kind of turned this elf into a little demon guy, as one does. And moving on to color, I didn't really know what kind of color scheme to go with. I just knew that I wanted to do like red and green, but I didn't want to just have red and green. So I settled on adding yellow as well. And yeah, that's our first page. Next we have Rudolph. For this one, I felt a little more confident because there wasn't too much detailing. And again, I went in and added more texture to the body. I felt like something was missing with Rudolph's main body, so I just went ahead and added an eyeball, as one does. But also I extended the tail a bit. I was gonna go for some kind of like insect appendage, but ultimately just made the tail look very broken, I guess. And I just had it curl over the rest of the body. And again, I felt like there was a lot of empty space. I guess most of these are like that, but the space to the left of Rudolph was really calling to me, and I thought something needs to come out of his chest. I'm laughing at myself as I'm doing this because when I voice these thoughts aloud, I just realize how not stable I sound. Anyway, yeah, I wanted something to come out of Rudolph's chest. I was debating on whether or not I should add like an insect, but then I thought, why not just put in a human head? So that's what happened here. For the hooves, I just thought to have them look like they were decaying. For the antlers, I thought to just kind of do what I did with the elf, make them look devilish. Oh yeah, and I added a fang for Rudolph. I also ended up adding some piercings. I don't know, this one's kind of just punk Rudolph, disturbed, cursed Rudolph. Anyway, for the colors, I stuck with, I think, a regular brown color that deer usually are in cartoons, but of course I also went in and gave more of a decayed color for the tooth and hooves, and the rest is kind of gross, and you know, it kind of speaks for itself. For the human head, I did want it to look a little more decayed, so I went with kind of like a grayish blue. And there's Rudolph. And last but not least, we have Frosty. Actually, I don't know if this is Frosty the Snowman. It's a snowman. We're definitely doing something to him. Also, this one's definitely gonna be the grossest of the bunch. So if body horror like really grosses you out, this is your warning. I mean, the other ones kind of had body horror, but this one's worse. Like, they all kind of increase in grossness. So for this one, I thought that Frosty's body, we're just gonna call him Frosty. I thought that Frosty's body was kind of bare, and so I thought it would be fun to make it look like something was coming out of him. And that's basically what I do here. I give him a wound. I'm sorry if I'm breaking any YouTube rules right now. I guess we'll find out if this video is still up, but I gave a warning in the beginning and before I showed this, so hopefully this is fine. But anyway, yeah, just guts. And I thought that the rocks on his body were kind of boring. I was trying to think of what I could do with them. Originally, I was just thinking of making them look like they were, I don't know, really like in his body. But as I was drawing over the rocks, I thought, these kind of look like pupils, so I just turned them all into eyeballs. For the rest, it's mostly just adding texture. I thought to add some blood coming down from under his hat, so maybe his hat's just really cursed as well. And when I went to go color Frosty, I realized that he doesn't have a carrot nose. I'm like, isn't that one of the best features of snowmen? Is a freaking carrot? Like, hello? So I added in a carrot. I was gonna do something cursed, like, I don't know, a finger or something, but I was just like, no, I was exhausted at this point, not gonna lie. But anyway, yeah, we go in with color. I use like a light blue for the shadows, but for the gross bits, I just go in with a light pinkish color, and of course, red. I was debating on whether or not I should fill in the background, but the other pieces didn't really have backgrounds, so I decided against it ultimately, and I just filled in the trees with some black for some added texture and shadows at least. And there's Frosty. Something that I thought was kind of funny about this whole project were the added captions, and they surprisingly all go pretty well with each other, so I thought that was funny. All of the materials and stuff that I use will be in the description below, but yeah, thank you so much for hanging out with me as I did this last minute cursed kind of speedrun-ish art challenge. I hope you enjoyed watching as much as I had fun making these cursed creations, and let me know what else I should do next. I have a few content ideas for the coming year. I also want to take some time to say thank you. Thank you for watching my videos. and for hanging out with me this entire year. I'm really, really excited to share more stuff with y'all in the coming year. And yeah, just as I always say, thank you for being here. Happy holidays, sending love to you all. And if you don't celebrate or the holidays are a rough time for you, just know that I'm thinking of you, sending hugs and all the love. And I'm wishing you all a great new year. Like I said, I'm super excited for the stuff that I have in store for all of you in the coming year. Maraming salamat. Maligayang Pasko. Happy holidays, happy new year. See you in the next one.